I woke up, Max. And why did I wake up, Max? Because it's time for Corandon role playing. So, hey, everybody, welcome back. My name is Kevin Manus Pinnings, also known as Cracked Palantir, and I will be your game master and host for this episode 195 of Brise's Tale with Mara. Mara is out tonight. Karen has got a migraine and is laying down, but I will be playing her character as we continue the struggle to prevent the Sorcerer of Shekra from making use of the soul prison in the lake. As always, my good buddy Max, right down there, is going to be playing Brise, our beautiful and talented paladin. And so, Max, if you would say hello.
Hello, everybody. I just woke up. I'm feeling great, ready to go. Let's jump right into it.
That's right. So we are headed back to Almar. The lake, the soul prison within the lake, is south of Almar.
Yes.
And they have commissioned a boat. And we're going to do the 3 roles that we do for characters waking up in this game system. And I'm going to do Mara's roles. So roll 1. Go ahead.
We're going to Mara. That's a 3.
Wake up and you're feeling a little out of it. Your head is hurting. Not feeling great. Roll again and subtract.
How much did I drink last night? Minus 27.
Okay.
Negative 24.
Roll again.
98.
Interesting. Roll again. Yeah, add it up.
Plus 60.
All right. You had a very interesting dream that you find significant. I do not have anything, so I don't think we rolled. Interesting. Karen does not. That's another way of putting that, I guess. All right, so the dream was very short. It was very powerful. Does relate to the situation at hand. The dream is of the spirits that guard the lake, throwing golden tethers around Oshekra and dragging him across the ground of the meadow where the lake is and casting him into the water.
Wow.
And trapping him in the waters of the soul prison. And now you are tormented. At least right now, you're haunted by the idea that this should be something, that this is a reason to speak to the spirits, despite the god Admia's advice that you guys should not speak to the spirits.
Right.
And the question is, was that advice from Admia, was that meant globally, eternally, right? Should no one ever speak to them ever? Right. Or was it at that time when you guys were considering speaking to the spirits that stand guard around the lake? Was that just a bad time, a dangerous time to attempt to do so?
Right.
Because if they could be convinced to act, or if they have that power, that would be perfect.
Mm-hmm. To reach out to an evil being and imprison him themselves.
Right. So that's something you have to consider.
I know I place some significance in dreams as well, so that could It could also be that my imagination was, seeking, conflating ideas in my head. So
Sure.
I'll definitely want to talk more about it.
Right. Mara seems very perturbed. When she wakes, she's brooding and preoccupied.
I ask if she's all right. Get enough sleep.
Roll for me.
91.
She looks at you for a long time. She says, I dreamed that my mentor, someone very close to me, died. I don't know what I'm to make of that. Stupid. This new autocorrect on since the update of the text program I use. I mean, I will type out the word like possessive, and then it will autocorrect it to plural. And I'm like, what are you doing?
Love it. Injecting AI into everything. It knows more than you do. Trust me.
Yeah.
I inquire, is it someone you know personally or just a figure?
That's her mentor, so she would know her.
She literally meant her mentor. Okay.
Yeah, her mentor. You open up her personality and her history. That is the wrong button. I need to open up Word and has a Word and FileMaker that have the same color blue, and I always click on the wrong one.
I know, yeah. That recoloring icons on updates is the one that gets me. I still like whenever it happens. I just don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Freeze whenever you look at your apps. Like, what am I looking at?
Oops, I misspelled your name. I'm texting Karen so she can have notes.
Yeah.
She says, Alio was her, sort of her dorm mother at the Chime House. For those who don't know, Chime houses are what the Admian faith use in place of temples. It is their temple. They call them Chime houses. She feels like she needs to do a reading to see if Admia.
Of course.
But we have one more morning roll. We should go ahead and roll that too. So roll for me.
51.
You guys we don't need this roll actually. Sorry, because you probably would have arranged someone to wake you guys because you guys.
Yeah.
So we're going to say
that. So
the innkeeper, she slipped some coin or another to the innkeeper and said, when you wake up, we need to wake up.
Yeah.
So you guys are both a little tired. Like I said, you're feeling a little under the weather. So I'm going to put you at -10 for all actions. So help me remember that. You're just feeling stuffy and just a little out of it.
So I'll tell her that I also had a profound dream about the spirits of the lake imprisoning Oshekra themselves with golden tethers. And it makes me wonder do we need to seek Admia's guidance upon whether it's safe now to talk with the spirits? Because
or specifically, whether they can be recruited to entrap Oshekra.
Right.
I mean,
for
why?
that specific purpose.
If gods are going to be vague, there's no reason for you to be vague, right?
True. Yeah. Okay.
Um, um,
I'd be out. What is 2 + 2? 5.
that is a number of great importance in many fields. Oh my God, I hate your guts. Yeah, so your answer was just wrong, but they could do vague.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a number, not 100, but yet still important. I will stab you in the face, Edmia. I will stab you in the face. That's like what I say about the Bible. It's like God can do everything except write a book clearly. It's just that powerful.
And God loves contradictions.
Brice's initial reaction. So she's hesitant, but certainly you can tell that she's weighing the argument. She didn't react strongly against it. She said, I'm going to go do my chime readings. I'll let you get ready. I see an adventurer downstairs. I'll try to recruit them to send word to Talf, and you remind her of the directions and everything where that's supposed to go.
Yeah.
She goes.
I tell her that I also need to go and return a tome to the Temple of Astalon, which I'm going to do with the teleport.
Oh wait, before she can't do the probably before the chime reading, you guys need to do the ritual.
Oh, that's right. The ritual, it takes like an hour long, right?
So
okay. Back up.
Yeah, we got to do the ritual before you can, send word that it's done. You secured a bottle of wine, but did it break? Or do you still have the bottle?
I don't think so. We still had
Did it break on the fall?
No, that was
the potions. I know broke in the fall.
After the fall.
You acquired the wine after.
Yes, and we did have a combat with the crab creature.
Yeah.
I don't think nothing broke during that battle.
Okay. All right.
Now we did get suggested to an etching of a
rubbing.
Yeah, rubbing of the etching.
Right.
So should have paper on me. I don't know. I guess I lost all my stuff. I don't know if I ever.
Right. It's doubtful. So go downstairs, grab some paper.
Yeah.
There are adventurers still up. They look like they've come on a very late boat.
Yeah.
There's several groups of adventurers. Wow. 3 groups down there. They look like, they're not so heavily geared and sort of ominous looking that they wouldn't, take a few coins just to run a message.
Yeah.
So let's say a copper for a couple of sheets of paper.
Perfect.
And a piece of charcoal. Go down there, lay out the paper on the back of the platter, and you guys do a rubbing as carefully as you can.
Mm-hmm.
Comes out nice and clearly. All the directions, you guys go over the directions. As a reminder to our viewers, this is a ritual that will make it more difficult for certain types of demon lords to influence this world. Mm-hmm. And they've been recruited by a demon lord who will not be affected by the ritual to do this. So so you guys get it. There's several pauses and in the ritual, mm-hmm. several times of just prayer to your gods. And there are references to um, prayers to the mother of gods,
Okay.
which you've not heard of. Neither one of you have heard of it. Um, of course, Astalon to be the queen of the pantheon.
Right.
Um, and while there's tension among the gods within that pantheon, there's not a parental figure within that pantheon, at least a parental figure that all the gods recognize.
Right.
They have daughters and so on. So you guys sort of go over it and get, not rehearse it, but you at least are familiar with it.
Mhm.
And you begin the ritual.
Okay.
There's several pourings of the wine throughout. Things are going well. You don't feel like you've stumbled or anything. I mean, you feel a little imposter syndrome, right? Like, I'm doing this kind of rite in the name of the gods, and in particular, the name of a god I've never heard of.
Right.
When you pray to the mother of gods halfway through the ceremony, the wine becomes clear.
Turn wine into water. Oh my God.
And then the bottom of the platter that you poured the wine into, it begins swirling. Instead of its silver surface, it begins swirling sort of this white milky texture and color. And there is a host of images of great demonic beings seemingly clawing or striking with weapons like a spear, hammers. Some strike with these great barbed tails, or sort of a club-like tail that swings from behind, these sort of humanoid giant figures, and they're swinging against this invisible barrier.
Mm-hmm.
There are scenes of snow and ice and hail and wind behind them. You pour the second pouring of wine into the platter. The level of the wine never rises.
Wow.
The wine obscures that image. You're again praying to your own gods. You focus, of course, on the one you're dedicated to, as well as Astalon.
Mm-hmm.
The wine remains unchanged. You go through a third pouring, another series of prayers, a fourth pouring. The water turns clear. After the fourth and final pouring. You use the whole bottle. The instructions tell you that all those who participate in the rite should now drink from the platter.
Okay.
Mara's, wary, but it's what she signed up for.
I'm sure it's fine. Can't be worse than most of the stuff they have in stores now, right?
The water tastes sort of sweet, as though by honey. I should say water. The liquid, just clear liquid. You feel rested, more rested than you have been. You feel invigorated. What liquid remains in the platter then subsides and it's absorbed by the platter.
Wow.
Neither one of you have any doubt that the ritual went well and that it is complete.
Okay.
Both you sort of sit back and regard each other and like, well, that was something, you know?
Yes. Definitely never quite seen magic like that.
She asks you, you know, do you feel, you know, I don't know, powerful? Do you feel, you know, and you're like, yeah, kind of, you know.
Invigorated, yeah.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me try something. I like punch the wall.
What was it? Was it in Family Guy when was it when Peter's on meth? He tries meth for the first time and he goes, "Why is there not a hole in this wall right here?" Just punches. That's better. That's better.
That's much better.
So, yeah, it is done. You both sort of feel more at peace, which is good because you're both troubled by dreams. The tasks that lie ahead. She goes down and she's going to write the note to Talth and give the instructions to one of the adventurers.
Right.
And
I told her I'm going to go return this tome to the Temple of Astalon, and I'll be back.
Do you have a spot memorized?
Let's check. I need to remember which one, if it's the one I'm thinking of. On the 20. The one in Morgrim, was it the one where we met the demonologist? They don't have a note about where I obtained this tome, unfortunately. Just the temple.
I think it was the one. I think it was the one where you saved the guy, where you overheard the priest.
Okay.
Someone plotting against the priest, and you.
Yes.
There was a smaller temple of Astalon.
That was that same temple, though.
Oh, right.
I met with him, and then he's like, one of my associates can help you.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Right.
Yes. So I did get the tome from him and the full shield, as well as the blade that I have. And then he allowed us to meet with one of his associates, demonologist, and we were staying at his home. That's when we teleported away after Shiamak was tracking us. So, yeah, I'll go back to that temple. I remember there was a statue under construction there.
Mm-hmm.
So that should be a good spot.
Yes, you have a very clear memory of that.
Great. I'll go outside, inconspicuous spot, and take my time with practicing the spell. I forgot to ask, am I fully healed from sleep, or is anything?
How much damage were you at?
I was at 152 out of 185 hit points.
Yes.
Okay. And then exhaustion was 76.
Yes, you are good to go.
All right. Very nice. All right. So, yeah, I'll go and concentrate on the spell as long as I need.
Yes.
And then teleport to the temple.
Roll it up.
67.
That's good. Roll the aim.
16.
Well, not great, but within sight.
Back on the rooftop.
That's right.
Up on the rooftop. Dun, dun.
I couldn't remember the lyrics. I was going to do that. I was like, I'm stymied. I can't get it.
I only know up on the rooftop. Dun dun something.
Yeah, it's
Old Saint Nick.
right. I think it's the sound of the Who's, isn't it?
Oh ho ho, who would know? Christmas in July, everybody. Well, it's August now, so.
Well, you do upset some people because you teleport on the. It's funny, like you travel the streets mostly,
Right.
so that's mostly what's in your memory. So when
Yeah.
you do miss, you wind up teleporting into the street.
Right.
And there was an unusual number of people for this hour up. You do cause a ruckus. There are screams, shouts. You look about you. Roll for me. I'm sorry, you cut out there. What was it?
33.
A number of women and men taking care of their, sweeping their storefronts and things like that, unloading goods from wagons. 5 or 6 people saw you pretty clearly. You and Azriel duck into an alley, I'm guessing. And
I should have probably had my hood pulled. I don't know if I.
yes,
Probably pulled
roll the
it back.
94. That's fine. And you go. No sound of pursuit. People have gathered near the alley that you ducked in. You hear them talking and debating among themselves about what they saw. Do erase your PowerPoints and exhaustion.
Yep.
And so you want to just sneak down a few blocks.
Yeah. Just do a big wide circle. Try to get back to the temple. That would
You
be
just go to the far side of the temple.
right.
Come out sort of very cautiously. Maybe take off your cloak, ball it up, put it in your backpack so you're an
Good idea.
unplugged figure. Just people are still upset. They're a couple of guys have gone down, brooms in hand, like going down the alley. They've sort of got their gumption up. One moment to check things out. If you could just game master from now on, from this point forward.
All the people with broomsticks fall into a portal which opened up that leads straight to hell. And
It turns them straight to Mithril and land.
mithril statues of men.
That's right.
Every roll's a miracle roll when I'm game mastering.
That's right.
Pandemonium.
And you only need a 15 to make. It's exactly a 15 though. This game doesn't work like I thought at all. So you are seen, but you're not recognized.
Right.
And you just do.
Really evil. If on a miracle roll, if you roll a 1, it's like will be the opposite of a miracle. An apocalypse roll. It's like the greatest misfortune ever grace mankind.
What do you mean there are 2 dragons now? That is
The dragon just like splits into 2.
yeah. That's not cool. That's not cool at all.
Okay.
Man, apparently I don't have enough water in my mouth getting dry as I'm talking. Usually doesn't happen. I had my mother-in-law's delicious spaghetti before I came up here.
Delicious.
It's
No
dry.
need for euphemisms, Kevin. You can be honest here. It's a safe place.
Around you, never. So I'm center myself in the screen here. Make your way to the temple. You just want to write a note and just hand it to somebody? I mean, I think that's fine.
Honestly, time is of the essence here. So.
Oh, and so we need to go back and have you memorize the room. The room at the end.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Should have done that.
And then, all right. Do that. Just cut back into an alley.
Mm-hmm. And we'll teleport back. That's why I borrowed that tome. I don't think I used it once.
No.
Unfortunately. But that's how it would be.
All right. Roll to teleport. Roll to aim.
Take my time.
Yes.
And that's a 27 to teleport.
Okay. That'll be 12 exhaustion.
Okay. And a 36 to aim.
Not great. But not bad. Right outside your room, one person, they do see you, and they stumble back and fall in alarm. You sort of shake your head and say drunk, and then go back in.
I was going to say, sorry, I didn't mean to start you rounding the corner so fast, but that's a much better excuse, actually.
Yeah, you have to have a corner to round. So you head back in. Check yourself in the mirror after your travel.
Mm-hmm.
Mara returns after a few minutes from downstairs.
Okay.
I need a little note for her things. Although I've got her equipment, I think I can modify her equipment. So I should be able to go and modify her money.
Yeah. By the way, I'm going to put the silver platter in her bag of holding. Seems like a good place to keep it.
Okay. Let me see how. Town money will leave
Go get her horse too. We already did that. She brought her horse here.
Yes.
Okay. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Temple Mother.
Yeah, she let me modify it, so great. So she says she's got a messenger on the way. Paid him 10 gold.
Okay.
Admia remains silent about speaking to the spirits.
Okay.
I wish we could get more advice on that. I'm comfortable going against the will of my God, if that's what we're doing.
Perhaps we can ask her tomorrow. I do think that the God's will is there is, as you interpret the God's will, right? There is room for interpretation, and if we don't hear from her on the matter, perhaps I can take the chance to communicate with the spirits. We're going to need every edge we can against Oshakra.
She nods, not fully convinced. So I guess you guys just need to load up, eat, and then head down to the docks.
Righto.
So some sort of sausage casserole here that you find absolutely savory, delicious. 278. And you don't care about food at all.
I know.
She looks at you. Yeah. She looks at you just she's like, picking through it and eating bits. And you were just like, oh, you want to finish that? And she's just like, what the hell?
I'm keeping a list of all the foods I like. It's a pretty small list.
It is a small list. We've had about like 3 or 4 times in how many years have we played together, you and I? 4 or 5 now.
Too many.
Well, there's that.
Closer to 6, really.
Oh, is it closer to 6, really? Wow.
We need to have like a Brise's food tour, like all these different spots. Like, well, first you need to teleport to this other world. And they have this amazing, I don't know what it's called. It makes your mouth go numb, but it's delicious.
People in in America think they know what a pub crawl is, but when they come to Carantran,
you're going to be crawling after.
And there's actual pubs and inns. So,
oh my God.
Pub comes from public, the word public.
Right, where people would gather. Yeah.
Well, it was to differentiate it from a different kind of bar.
Oh, I see. Okay.
I went and looked all that up, and it was like really curious. I was like, really? Like it's a public bar versus I guess ones that had membership. I think that's what it was. Like, like this is a private, like a club.
Right.
But this is a pub, But
similar.
So I looked into that. I was like, why do we call them pubs? There's nothing drink related about that word that I can hear, at least.
Yeah.
No one striking that you really need to talk to, unless you guys just want to go and address your various errands to people. No one comes up to you.
Yeah, I'm fine sticking to myself.
Yeah, I think Mara is 2. So 3 copper for the meal.
All right. I really do need to get some more money. Because I need to go back to Balabry and check in at the keep first, and then maybe just go into Balabry and take on some low level in the mechanical term, right? Just some very basic adventuring.
Yeah, just exploration.
Exploration, yeah.
Yeah, just see what's out there and have fun.
It's Rick and Morty. It's like, we need a good old clean adventure. None of this backstory shit.
None of this sort of objective oriented kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I loathe the word quest, so we don't use quest. But just some good old exploration and going through ruins and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Branaloft is just begging for you to come back.
Oh, I know. That whole dwarven hold.
Yeah. I mean, the town alone, who knows what's in there other than a community that threw you out.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, those snail people. That's right. That was funny. a great session.
So you eat. You guys, I guess, are ready to go. You don't have anything else to do, right? You've knocked off your objectives here in.
I'm ready to get out of Morgan as soon as possible because this is where Shiamak is milling about. So
yeah, and mulling things over and scheming
Right.
and planning.
Getting further from her is definitely my top priority.
Right. So you guys gear up. I think Karen's going to have her hands free. What about you?
Yeah, hands will be free. We're just going to the docks. How far away is the docks?
Oh, you guys are right on the dock. I mean, you're
Yeah.
a block, you know.
Yeah.
What gear are you wearing? Are you going to be in full adventuring gear?
Yeah, full adventuring for sure. If we're
Okay.
getting on a boat with a bunch of sailors, don't want to be looking like a doll.
She tells you clearly in confidence that she has a magic item. That is weird. I didn't know that does that. But that she has a magic item called a watchful belt. And she warns you that she's going to be sleeping with that at night, just laid across her. And if someone reaches for her, it transforms into a snake and bites with poison.
I put a hand on her shoulder. I'm like, it's called a chastity belt, Mara, but
oh my God, it's called an STD. What is her watchful belt?
That's actually a very useful item. Has she had that the whole time?
Yes.
Great.
But she's going to she's going to try laying it across her chest. Oh, that's funny. She has a typo here. It's not a backpack, it's a back-ack.
Okay.
And she wants to try, whatever means we can to secure the room.
Right.
So
I tell her I'm in our cabin. I'll definitely cast the holy lock.
The holy lock.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think they said whole lock. Like
holy lock.
That's right. No partials. The ship. You have to give a name for the ship, right?
Yeah. Let me scroll up. Sorry, where is this guy? It was the first mate we talked to. The Runt is the name of the first mate. Don't have a name for the ship.
Okay.
So you can name that. We just saw the crew. Oh, I'm sorry. The Foam Breaker. There it is.
Foam Breaker.
I started putting like terms in bold when I meet a person or a thing for the first time. Keep doing that because that is helpful.
And remember that in proper style, screw AP style, which is a terrible style guide, ship names should be italicized.
Oh.
Yes. So, USS Enterprise should be italicized.
We're sticklers for style.
Style guide, that's right. It helps communicate. They're loading her up, and you guys find her without a problem. It's too short a walk to even roll for an encounter. Oh God. Okay. Travel. The Runt is there barking orders. The men are all leering at you. Mara puts up her put. She's like, enough of that. There's a couple of women sailors on board. They're yelling at the men, hitting them, saying, leave them alone. You guys are helped onto the gangplank by many courteous sailors.
Thank you.
The captain you've not met yet, is that right?
No.
Because it was just the mate. And you guys already paid for passage, right?
Let me also check that. Yeah, we work out a deal for 6 bronze.
Okay.
So we did that, yeah. Yep.
Let's see this guy.
We board the foam breaker.
It is, they're introduced to the captain. It's a male orc. Ugly even by orc standards. Terribly fat. No beard. He's got, they tend to have hair just on the sideburns and back.
Mm-hmm.
And his is quite long. It's down to his mid back. He has it tied at multiple places into a ponytail. He bows to you both. That makes sense. His local geography skill. I do some basic skill rolls, like general knowledge rolls that they might need.
Mm-hmm.
His local geography, and I always put it in context to what he is. So like if he rolls a 50 and he's a sea captain, his local geography is still going to be better than the average person's.
Yeah.
So, but even for a sailor, a sea captain, his local geography is 188.
Nice. Pick the right ship, that's for sure.
Yeah, he will. He knows all the ins and outs.
Unfortunately, he's terrified of the ocean.
He rolled that 15 on the miracle roll.
As soon as we disembark, he just runs into his cabin. He's like, "All right, you need
right."
You should add a phobia to every one of your NPCs. Randomly roll it up.
Oh, I do. I don't add one automatically, but I do check for them.
Yeah.
I also roll for. It takes a roll of 95 or higher, but I also roll for inborn powers.
Okay.
So I've only had, I don't know, one character out of the 20 or 30 or 40 that I've rolled in my lifetime that have had it. And so one was my friend Dana, she was a great player. She really got into it. She really was invested in the character and their beliefs and things like that.
Right.
So she had this cool ability where if there's a region of shadow, she can run toward it and teleport from that region of shadow to another within sight.
Cool.
So, but she had to do it at a run.
Just innate ability. Interesting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, it's sort of a nod to D&D psionics and all that kind of stuff way back in the day. I'm sure they're still doing it, but
some type of magic that's maybe poorly understood or just
right, super rare. So it just never comes up. He's very gracious. You feel thoroughly examined by him. I don't mean in a creepy way. I mean, just
right.
He takes a lot in.
Right.
Pulls you aside. A heavily accented Dax tells you both, if the men give you any trouble, they'll get the lash. You have my word on that.
We appreciate it.
Hammocks are all I can offer you, unless you've heard otherwise. I thought that you were going to be sleeping with the sailors below decks. Like it's not cabins. I don't think they're cabins.
I didn't write that down. If they're what the lodgings were on the ship.
Let's find out. Okay, they do have 2 cabins available. And you'll take one each.
Mm-hmm.
He takes from around his neck 2 keys, gives them both to you.
Great. Should we? I kind of asked Mara. It's separate cabins is fine if you want to stay together as well. That way we both get both chances of both of us get woken up if something happens. I guess they're pretty small on a ship, though.
Depends on the ship. The captain's quarters you always see. I don't know if I told you this. The captain's quarters I always show you, like in movies and so on, like especially in, like pirate stuff, right? That's that topmost center thing.
Right, with the maps and the parrots and the
right. That's not a thing. Captain slept with the crew.
Yeah,
and that was just the map room.
What's so funny? I think you did tell me that on the trip from Alamar to Morgan.
Yeah,
so that's fine. Now,
when else would it be relevant?
I like in game. That's like what the captain's telling us. I'm like, yeah, the other captain told us too. Isn't that crazy?
That's so weird. It's like, you guys have like just a trivia night or
captain trivia?
Yeah, she passes back her key and says, we'll stay together.
Okay.
He says, I'll have the mattress moved. Barks orders. That's going to be seen to.
Okay.
He tells you also sort of in a hushed tone, I can tell that you're used to the road, shall we say, but I can't lie to you that the voyage will be safe. There has been a sighting of dragons in the last week or so. So you'll see men on the decks with longbows. But I'm sure you're used to such things.
I nodded. We saw the same dragon coming into Morgram a few days ago.
Any assistance to defend this ship from any hostilities will be appreciated should you have the ability.
Of course.
Mara nods.
He is perceptive.
He walks you to your cabin down below. They're moving the mattress in. 15, 20 minutes later, they push off.
What's the captain's name?
That's a good question. Thurabile. Thurabile.
Thurabile.
Well, what do you say we take a break? Now that we're at a good little literal departure point, we'll come back. We'll roll up the travel. Guys, if you'll just bear with us for a bit, we're going to go stretch our legs and refill our drinks. And then we'll be back right with you, and we'll roll up this voyage, returning to Alamar and continuing to stop Oshekra, the sorcerer's machinations, using the soul prison inside the lake. We'll be right back with you. Hey, everybody, welcome back. Thanks for hanging out with us. Let's get my good buddy Max back here. There he is. What did I tell you?
Hey.
And we are just now boarding the ship called the Foam Breaker, captained by Captain Thurbile. And he is going to take our characters to the city of Almar. Sue. You guys unload. Oh yeah, and the horse too. The horse has to go down to the hold, start feeding everything for them. Mara tends to that.
While my cat just wanders around the ship.
That's right. Hey, good mouser is always important on a ship.
Have you ever seen videos of just like cats on like rowboats? They're so funny. They're wearing little life vests and they're just like chilling out. Like if my cat went on a boat, he would just freak out. He'd probably run overboard by accident. But
That's
cool. Just so chill.
That's hilarious. I'm always fascinated by, especially cats, tolerance or intolerance of small children.
Mm-hmm.
That always fascinates me. Just the wide difference of temperament in the animals. Like we had a friend,
very fickle, like creatures.
Yeah. But like we had a friend who they had two cats, and when they had their first baby, one cat was like, "I'm gone. I'm not." I mean, if the baby was in the room, it would be way up on the shelf, you know. But the other cat was, just was fine with the child doing whatever. Mm-hmm. Would lay up against the child, and like when the baby was 1 or 2, the baby would like mash in its eye and like pull on its whiskers, mash in its mouth, and it would just lay there and let it do whatever. I just think that's fascinating. I'm always intrigued by stories of that.
Right. I mean, it's just personalities, right? It's if the cats themselves or how they interpret it differently.
Right. Yeah. Like, oh, this is a young creature, right? I should just,
Or the other one's like, that's an abomination. What that thing is. Where's its fur?
That's right. It can't be one of those hairless Mexican cats. Those things look disgusting. Things like a mole rat. Isn't the mole rat that's crazy resistant to cancer? I'm getting us way off track now.
Maybe.
That's right. It's mole rats.
Rodents I know are kind of impressive in like a lot of ways like that. It could be.
I think there's no known occurrence of cancer in mole rats. I think that's what it is. Anyway, so yeah, you guys push off. Accommodations are sparse, but not uncomfortable. Mara returns from the hold. She rolls her eyes and says, "These guys are handsy." She said, "But I did have a word with one of the older sailors. Speaks very highly of the captain, and says that if we do hit trouble, to be sure you follow his orders and he'll see you through."
Okay.
So fairly early on, headed south.
At any point, I'll also ask the crew throughout the journey about if they've seen any more sightings of the dragons, any other news of, where they've been headed.
Mara does the same. All they have are rumors. One person heard in Morgrim. This is from Mara's talking among the crew. You take one side of the ship, she takes the other. And the bowmen are out, by the way. There's 2 bowmen on either side of the ship, longbows. Arrows are notched, but not pulled back. And they're scanning the skies. there was another ship whose crew swore they saw a blue and white headed north. But it was apparently pretty distant, and not all the crew agreed that it was a dragon. But what it was large and flying. But the one that the crew member spoke to swore it had to be a dragon. You could see the gleam of its scales, and that's what sold him that it had to be a dragon, even at that distance. You know, you could see the sun glinting off of it.
Right.
They don't know the blue and white. The tales don't tell the blue and white among the old folk. So whether this is some island dweller out in the bay or way out beyond in the sea, they can't say, but it's not one that's known to the men or in legend.
Right.
There's about an hour into your journey. You've cleared the bay. You're turning now south, and there's a sort of a jocular exchange clearly between the captain and this much older human crew member, and they're pointing up in the sky. Other men are murmuring, not particularly ominously, but worried. The captain barks out orders. They're going full mast and as much speed as they can muster.
Okay.
You two are standing, you and Mara stand together. The captain approaches and says, take a look at his numbers. Says, I know that some among your ilk have knowledge of certain arts that might help speed a ship or keep it safe in a storm. Either might be useful.
Yeah, I inform him that I know a particular art for creating a current of water that can double the ship's speed for several hours.
We need to try to make it to Hanada's island. There's a good, safe cove there. I gambled leaving. I bet against old man Turi that the storm would pass us over and would go inland and not up the coast.
Right.
I was a fool and I was wrong. We'll be fine so long as we make it to a cove. And Hanada's has got the best cove nearby. But we'll be rushing toward the storm as it comes up from the north.
Okay. So do you want me to cast the spell? I didn't.
He said it might be helpful. Yes.
Okay. I'll go ahead and do it. So I'll, ask for a spot. Try to find a spot without too many people. I can be discreet.
Remember, you got the captain right there, and you say, "I need to be
Yeah.
It needs to be a private moment between me and my God.
Yes.
So you go to the rear of the ship. He pulls men away from that area. Although some are still kind of obviously peeking, you know.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna take your time.
I will.
All right, just roll above a 7. That's what I need you to do.
Easier said than done. That's 51.
Nice.
It's an 8th level spell. Exhaustion. I'll use my channeling help for that. Cast Blessed Currents. Very cool spell. I'm really glad to have that.
The men feel it surge. There are murmurs of approval and of awe. Mara's, standing back but watching you. You come, see her talking to a few of the men. You come up. She's like, I told them you're a powerful priestess and not to be bothered. Maybe that'll get us some peace.
Yeah. This should convince them.
Captain comes to you. Fine work. We should be fine now. But it will still delay our departure, our arrival in Alomar.
Right.
We've got to let the storm pass. But at least we'll get to a good cove to do it.
I ask how much delay
Depends on the size of the storm.
Okay.
This one is fairly large. I expect some hours at least, maybe half a day.
Okay. Half a day. If the island's close enough to Alomar and we have to wait there, I'm like, I'm just going to just teleport if it's close enough.
That's right.
That'd be hilarious. Where'd you go?
That's right. The gods took her up to heaven.
By the way, I sent you a private message. You want to take a look at that?
Oh, sorry.
For some upcoming stream announcements. So.
Okay. All right. Yeah, I should keep that up. So I remember to do it. The ship is surging, moving quite briskly. You hear men comment, better than a gale at our back, and they comment like, yeah, there's no stress on the ropes, there's no stress on the sails because it's all coming from water. And a simple hour, you guys have made great distance. Cries of Hanada echo out.
Mm-hmm.
You're sort of at the northern border of the Great Fern Marsh.
Okay.
So you're definitely at the boundary of the two nations.
Right.
I don't know if you know, I don't know if you heard I saw it on the headlines that Okefenokee Swamp in Georgia, one of the largest natural swamps in the U.S., it just made the UNESCO World Heritage List.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so it's going to be protected as a site for the world to appreciate.
Right.
So it's going to receive funding and that sort of thing to protect it. So
I guess the rationale being just its unique lake ecosystem.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. So it's so that's on the same list as Grand Canyon and things like that.
Right.
So things that should be, protected and cherished for, future generations. So the Okefenokee Swamp is like 30 minutes from where I went to school.
Oh, cool.
And so yeah, we would go there for like school trips and things like that. Lots of gators, so many gators.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Man, America's full of swamps.
Yeah.
They're very much part of our geography.
Yeah. Guys coast into a cove after circling the island somewhat. There was debate among old man Taru and the captain about which side of the island. There are good coves throughout, but like which one provided the most shelter using the island as a natural barrier.
I don't know, Kevin. I just Noel and I watched the Odyssey yesterday, and I don't want to be stopping on any island.
What did you think of the Odyssey?
I thought it was really well done. I really enjoyed it. I have a lot of thoughts on it. We can talk.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's funny. It's like happening right now. I'm like, oh, don't eat the food on the island. We'll just say that.
Funny.
Yeah.
So they reached a decision. The storm is clearly coming. I mean, it's fills the horizon. You see sheets of rain, doing that sort of smear of the clouds, that it does. The wind is coming against you. And they go into the cove, anchor deep. You guys are, instructed that you really should stay below decks.
Mm-hmm. That's fine with me.
All the meals will be in the galley below. Just to get out of people's way and so on. Try to stay in your quarters.
Mm-hmm.
Storm comes quite fiercely. Ship is rocking, bucking. There is a cry about halfway through of man overboard. You can hear footsteps on, running on the above deck.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually it subsides. You guys take lunch. And you take dinner.
Okay.
And shortly after dinner, the men are going up deck. The winds are definitely brisk, but not insurmountable. Orders have been given to weigh anchor. It's been almost 12 hours. How long does your spell last?
Wow. It's 20 minutes a level, so 15 every 3 levels. So it's 5 hours. It would last for 5 hours.
Okay. So they don't have the benefit of that, but they can sail against the wind, tack against the wind quite effectively.
Okay.
And they do so.
Great.
And so
it's funny. Weigh anchor, right? It means to lift it out of the water. Anchors away means throw it out into the water.
Right.
Good to know.
Did you ever look up sea anchor? Did you ever look that up?
No, you did tell me to look up though.
Yeah. Just go to Wikipedia and just, do it. It's an ancient technology that is still used, and it's just amazing because most of the ocean is too deep for an anchor.
Oh, right. Right. Okay.
And so this is just the
balloon that opens up. Yeah.
Yeah. It's just so cool. for all our listeners, here's our
Carandran fact of the day. Look up
That's
sea.
right.
I remember you bringing it up, and I'm like, yes, I can see an anchor. I don't understand why.
Yeah. Oh, Kevin and his dementia.
It's an anchor.
That's right.
I'm seeing anchors. Okay.
So there's light, brisk rain blowing on the decks, you're told.
Mm-hmm.
Not much fun to be out in. The men come in with, soaked and, dressed in rain gear. Do you have anything to study? I guess Karen needs to.
My home was gone, and my books are also gone. So I am very bored right now.
Without study.
I teach Azriel some tricks.
That goes as well as you expect. Although
can't teach an old cat any tricks.
That's right. Nor a new cat. While we're on the topic, it's funny. This one is the one sticking out, but it's this one that's bothering me. The other one is bothering me.
I do warn Mara that the Trinidas will be visiting tomorrow. The creatures who have visited us once before, so I plan to stay in the quarters. How big is the corridor? Does it seem like the flower child could come through into this room?
Why are you worried about that? They're just going to open a portal in the bottom hull of the boat and just walk right through, and then the water will rush in. No, it is going to be cramped if they can do it.
Yeah. So I just tell her they may or may not appear tomorrow morning. They might wait until we're on the mainland. They have an uncanny sense of knowing when is the right time.
She's like, okay.
It's that time of the month. And we'll just put it that way.
That's hilarious.
The green ooze starts coming. Okay.
When the green portal opens, so the you guys are making headway again. Evening. I mean, it's bedtime.
Okay.
She goes and does her morning exercises. The rain is now light, but there's a good breeze, and so she's eager to try to make use of that with her chimes.
Yeah.
She comes in wet and dejected, tosses her chime case on the bed, grabs a towel and just starts drying her hair, shakes her head at you. The 2 rolls for the morning travel. Roll for me.
51.
Middle of the night. You don't know what time. Mara is shaking you awake. Her face is concerned. She's like, there's yelling above deck.
Sorry, what was it?
There's yelling above deck.
No, above deck, okay.
Alarm. I can't make him out. She grabs a hand axe, looks at you.
I'll grab my spear and I'll at least open the door, see if we can hear them more clearly.
It's coming from above and behind you. So it's not the whole ship. It's one side of the ship that's alarmed.
Hmm.
Mara presses on, goes above deck. You join her.
Yeah, I do.
There are these 4-foot wide, heavily barnacled crabs that have apparently climbed aboard starboard forward.
Okay.
The men are at them with spears and axes. The captain is putting on a shirt and running upstairs.
Mhm.
Grabs a man. Says, "Bring me my weapon." Sees you guys. He yells at you, "Hyler crabs. Don't let them touch you. Those barnacles are sharp as razors."
Ooh.
Yells for more speed.
Okay.
One has come up on the port side now, forward.
Oh my God.
Mara's not waiting. But Mara can't punch him because the shoe will get sliced up.
Right. Well, I'll definitely ward them off with my spear. Is it like initiative, or are we just all acting?
For the first round, you're just going to act.
Okay.
Because you're too far away from combat for initiatives to be compared.
Right.
So you're just going to get an action. And
Right.
if they haven't acted, then they will get a counter action.
Okay. So I'll run. I tell Mara we should take the port side where there's no one. I assume the crew are already focused on the starboard side.
Yeah.
Port side.
Do you want to do a running charge?
Yeah. Actually, first I like to cast Detect Ambush.
But you did that 6 years ago. And remember, we said that Detect Ambush has no expiration. It just
Was it 6 years, or was it like 6 years and 2 months? I can't remember.
We got to look back at your notes. So we know.
I cast Sea Anchor.
That's right.
Okay.
In the dictionary, it says sea anchor. And I went and looked up anchor.
and it
says
sea anchor. And really,
it said Kevin is an anchor on your soul and on your character's well-being.
I'm just being dragged along for this ride.
That's right.
Okay. So yeah, I'm going to charge with my spear. Try to just ram this crab. Ram it into, the wall of the ship, or knock it off.
Yeah. All right, roll it
up. 67. Have I healed any power points and exhaustion from sleeping?
Half and half.
Okay.
Half your remaining, half your remaining.
actually. Sorry.
No.
So 85 exhaustion and 21 power points.
It is a solid blow, but they are solidly armored.
Yeah.
Mara's shot glances off. More men are coming. No telling if more crabs are coming. All right, next turn. Time for initiative. You've got +2 on your initiative. Right.
Yes.
All right, roll it up.
Say 5 for initiative.
With your addition.
No, sorry, 7.
Okay, great. You guys will be going before the crab.
BC for crab.
Mara goes first. These things are razor sharp. Got some healing at your disposal. What do I think she would do here? I think she would stand back and throw.
Oh, it is returning. So yeah, I was going to say if that lands in the water.
One of her axes is returning. It is not the one she has.
Well, none of it's if we can communicate at this point, but I say
you can.
Okay, I say if you want to run and grab my full shield, and you can grab my flail too if you want to use that. I don't know if I trust her with that actually. Grab my full shield if you want to grab anything else from downstairs. We might need it.
She is really fast, so that's not a bad idea. She nods. I'm going to go ahead and have her throw, though. So she can get a shot. As long as you guys don't, throw the crab overboard with her axe in it. So we'll have her throw. That is a really good shot. Severs 2 of the limbs of the crab. It's nice. Bleeding heavily. The axe falls free. What's your split here for attack?
There's still just one crab, right?
On your side, yes.
Okay, I'll go all in. See if we can just get through this guy's armor.
How good is your spear?
It is a +10 craft.
All right, roll it up.
That's an 18.
Minor damage, it just sort of shoves him back.
Yeah.
Knocks your spear free of it. Takes a chunk out of the leg.
Ooh. Oh, its leg, not my leg.
No, your leg.
Oh.
It's,
well, it was a good voyage while it lasted.
This is how these things go.
In the Odysseys, only Odysseus survives. So I guess the captain is the main character.
That's right. So you don't have any on here, 81. So not terrible. 13 and a critical. Do you want to roll your critical or shall I?
I'll roll it.
All right.
58.
You have to parry next round. 16 damage. That leg is throwing you off. You're at -5 for everything, so you're at -15 for everything due to your illness.
Okay. So is that just minus 16 damage total, or was there another?
Yes, 16 damage. You're bleeding at 1, and you're bleeding at 1 hit point around.
Okay. I also have my ring of regeneration, which keep in mind. So at least I'll be healing as well as bleeding.
Yes, but if your blood, you can still bleed
If
to
you lose
death.
enough blood, yeah.
Yeah.
I'll keep track of that. It's 1 HP around. So.
Yeah.
So wounds, bleeding at 1 HP. 1 round. Okay.
Man joins you. I'll say a man. Yeah, man. Joins you. He's got a small shield. He's using a spear as well. He glances down at your leg. Eminence, he says, and kind of tries to push you aside and stand between you and the crab. Another has come over on the port side. Some guys from starboard have run over to join battle with it.
Given my knowledge of tactics and of combat, right? Could I kind of position them, like tell them where to go, so that we can flank the crab, right, or be more effective in combat?
The biggest problem you see tactically is there's no telling how many are on the hull crawling up.
Right. We don't know their numbers.
And you don't know where they're going to come up.
Right.
So if you put them in too close, so your biggest advice that you shout out is stay away from the gunwales.
Yes. They could just emerge from anywhere.
Right. So you can't have them nearby and one come up on you. You've got to leave distance there. So you can't perfectly pin them in like you would otherwise do.
Yeah.
So you call that out. He strikes ineffectively at the crab. Clearly, he's saving a lot of his energy to shield you because of your injury and because of your reputation. I rolled 2 double odds. That's fantastic.
Right.
Next round, let's roll initiative.
So did I drop my spear, you said?
No, he did not.
Oh, okay.
He just knocked it free of him.
Okay. That's a 4 total.
Okay. Well, the crab is not going first. I'll tell you that much. He rolled a 1.
Aw.
Mara, like lightning. Zoom is just gone. You're shocked at how fast she sprints.
Yeah.
She, though, is slipping and sliding on the deck. Oh.
Might be time for some spell casting if I get more injured.
She's going to grab her backpack. She'll grab your backpack, just out of desperation.
Yeah.
She's got her hand axes, your shield. All right, what do you want to do, sir?
I'm going to strike at this same crab I've been fighting. Let's do 75 to attack, 25 to parry.
Okay. I mean, you could just retreat and let this guy hold him off and you could, wait for Mara to get there.
I mean, how bad is, you said I'm bleeding 1 HP around. That's
steady.
I've had worse injuries, right? But
much. Once you get above 3 hit points around, that's when you need to start worrying.
So I'm like, I'm hurt, but I'll still help. I do enjoy combat too, so
yeah.
Let's keep fighting.
Is there is there a spell that would be helpful?
I was looking. I mean, Wall of Light, but the problem is, like you said, they could be coming from anywhere, so
right.
That would only block a small portion. How big is Wall of Light?
Oh, it's
range. It doesn't say how big it is. It kind of just fills a door or like a hallway, right?
No, it should vary. It should vary as your level goes up.
Oh, really? Okay.
I mean.
Oh, you know what? I'm sorry. It's right there. I didn't even see it. 10 by 10 feet plus 1 foot of level. So I could make one 25 by 25.
Yes, and you can move so add that. So you have 15 feet to add to one dimension.
Yes.
So, but you can move that however you want.
Yes. So I could make it long and wide to cover up as much of a side of the ship as possible.
Yes, but if it doesn't strike the majority of the creature or their target, the stun effect of it will have no effect. For instance, if you put a very low wall across the way of a giant and their foot brushes, right? So
his toe's going to be stunned. But
right.
So I guess I'll ask you: does it look like it would be effective to cast a Wall of Light?
It would, if you can put it on top of the gunnel, on top of the ship railing,
right?
Then you will stun any newcomer,
right?
And you just specify that it affects these crabs and not the men aboard the ship.
Correct. And
they'll be able to lean over and pry off crabs and knock them back into the sea.
Okay. Then let me do that. Yeah.
So you roll once to cast, and you will roll once to craft, to shape the spell.
All right. So I'll start doing that. That is a 11 to cast, which is 1 below a fumble.
Yes, it is.
Not great.
No loss of power points, no loss of exhaustion, but your turn is over.
Okay.
Mara rejoins. She throws the backpack down at your feet. She's got a shield, I'm sure, but she's going to be standing back and throwing. So, she's got your shield and your backpack in case there's anything in there you want. She's got her backpack. She tosses that at your feet. Well, not at your feet, but back behind you so that you can retreat and do that.
Right.
She stands ready, and she's going to position herself in front of you so that you've got time and she can watch for newcomers.
Okay.
She notes out loud. She's like, "We've got a new one, huh?" Up in the front of the boat.
Mm-hmm.
The captain calls. They're still coming from starboard. Swing us to port. Swing us to port. The pilot responds vigorously. Roll to keep your balance.
18.
That's okay. Mara rolled lower than you.
Well, actually, plus 50. Would this be orientation roll? No, right?
No. That's mental orientation, like understanding where you are when circumstances change dramatically.
Right.
That's what it's for.
Not reacting. Dexterity, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's mental agility, not physical agility.
Right. I'm like, the ship is turning, like my spidey senses. I know it's happening, but I can't react. He sees the fist coming towards him, and then it just.
So, swing very sharply. You tumble. It's going. Swing to starboard. So it's going to throw you to. Swinging to port to get away from starboard. So you'll be tossed toward that side.
Yeah.
Well, toward port, because the ship will turn.
Well, if it's turning left, it wants to throw you that way, right? You kind of are.
Well, but when it turns, the deck goes like this.
Oh, I see what you mean. There's the centrifugal force, but also the tilting of the ship. Yeah.
I had a friend who's my old boss, and he was a civilian advisor for the Brazilian Navy for a while. So they had bought some old destroyers from us, and they were doing maneuvers with the destroyers.
Oh, cool.
Trying, and the destroyers were really fast. And he said they were really agile. And he said, so they would do really hard turns with it, and that ship would just lean. He said, you'd just be looking at the water down there.
Yeah. That's cool, man.
So you both need to roll. Well, no, I need to roll C. So no big deal for you. You and your gear all slide.
Mm-hmm.
You just hit you fall, you hit the gunnel, 5 damage to you. You secure all your stuff in a desperate grasp. Mara, of course, being a ninja, just she takes a tumble, is able to get halfway up to her feet, and she stops her things from sliding too far.
Right.
The newest port crab goes overboard.
Okay.
We didn't even deal with the fact that a man went overboard during the storm.
Whoops.
That he was recovered.
I think I want my 6 bronze back for this journey.
Exactly. You probably will. Because
this is not the cruise experience. I was
no, because I rolled 150 for level of activity today.
In the ocean, 150.
But it's only, I roll every 4 hours.
I know.
So it's not like on the road, you roll every hour.
Yeah. What do you have to roll to get a sea monster attacking?
Well, so 150 adds, so if any encounter, good, bad, neutral, you only have a 1 in 10 shot. However often I roll, a 1 in 10 shot. So a 90. And then the activity roll adds to that bonus.
Right.
So a 150 is something like, basically if you roll a 60, you're going to have an encounter. So almost every other time you're going to have an encounter. Now it could just be a ship coming by to give you news, right? It could be neutral and positive encounters.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's the mechanism of that. You just reverse engineer it. How often do I want them to have something interesting happen? And then you say, all right.
Too often.
All right. The sailors are quick back on their feet, back on their, back doing what needs to be done. This guy's probably doing half and half attacks against this thing. I got a little chip off the crab. Now that you're sitting looking across starboard, both of you can see they have killed 3. There are a new 3 that they are now converging on.
Yeah.
You guys are heading sharply inland. There are calls on the far side of the ship on starboard, yelling clear, clear. Another yell up front is, we've got 2 more. We've got 2. We've got 2.
Yeesh.
Port side, there are men who are just looking, waiting with weapons. Port is clear except for the front. There's 1 more coming up.
Okay.
Port front, but where exactly you can't see. Initiative really won't matter. unless Mara wants to throw from seating. But she has to throw. No, you're in front. She's in front of you, so she could throw from seated. I don't think it's a good idea. If that crab makes it past, the guy, then she is in real trouble. So I don't think she would do that. I think she's got to get to her feet.
Right.
She is going to take out her target shield, which I need to look the stats up on. I do. No, wait, yeah, I do. Oh, she's got a floating target shield.
Well, that's cool.
Great. So her target shield floats in front of her. And then she stands, and I think I'm going to give her a half-powered throw against this thing. And she is not having a lot of luck. A solid strike against the back. It comes, the thing immediately disappears upon impact. The axe does, and it comes back to her. What would you like to do? Get up, I assume.
Stand up. I'm gonna grab my flail from the backpack, and that I think is gonna be a little better at piercing these guys' armor. And if I have enough action to try to attack the one we've still been engaged with,
it won't be much of a shot because you use most of your action standing and drawing the weapon.
Right. So then I'll just take parry, right?
Right. And you had to parry this turn anyway.
Right.
Not only parry, but you had to parry if you chose to attack. So that's one of those knocked off. So
I've also been bleeding for 3 rounds now. So keep track.
Okay. Crab. I think he would be going after the guy nearest him.
This is such a fun fight. Oh, there's so many people and so many enemies.
The crab snaps at the crewman. He takes it on the shield, but it drives. He's having to go down, and it drives it into his face. The shield gets driven into his face. These things are strong.
Yeah.
The crab that was up on the that was sighted, was shouted on the hull, comes up. They then charge it as it tops the gunnel, and they're going to try to force it down and force it to use, its claws to hang on and not attack. They force it into the water. Off it goes. Splash. Next round, roll for initiative.
It'd be an 8 total.
Nice. And no one beats Mara because her bonus to... God help her if she gets an item of initiative, because then it's going to be ridiculous.
It's like, before I roll for initiative, I'm going to act. Then.
Yes. I would like to act this turn and then act twice next turn. Oh, wow. Guy tied her for action. All right. I think she's got to... She's going to glance at you and check on you. You're on your feet, bleeding. She's worried. She doesn't know, but you seem okay. I mean, you're physically entering the fight, so you're not backing off. So she has to assume that you're taking care of yourself and that you're okay. So she is going to throw, but you guys are both up against the guns.
Right.
And she has not.
Is the ship righted itself yet, or is it still slanted?
It's righted itself and now heading straight toward land.
Right. And so now
You've
we're
got,
at the edge of the ship. That's a gunwale, yeah.
right, which means if another one comes up,
Will be
she
surprised.
will be, yeah. So you've stood up and gotten away because of your own advice. She has not considered that tactical possibility. So I don't know if you want to drag her away or yell at her.
Yeah, honestly, yeah. I'll pull her, say don't stand at the edge. They could pop up anywhere. Keep distance.
She nods, repositions herself, and she throws. Cost her some points there. She doesn't have to hold anything back for defense. That is a big hit. All right, the port guy is dead. Her hand axe strikes, kills just above the eye stalks, falls to the ground. Axe teleports back to her hand.
Okay.
Your action, they're still fighting the ones on the starboard side.
Mm-hmm.
What do you want to do?
Does a wall of light still make sense? I'm worried it might startle the crew as much as.
I mean, there's no way to prevent that, obviously. Right.
But like, there's still more coming up onto the ship.
I said there, yeah, there was one more, at least one more coming up on starboard. Port is clear right now.
Right.
You notice that these men don't all run over; just one begins heading back over. The guy who protected you, he stays with his spear, looking down the ship.
I'll cast a wall of light on port side, just prevent any more from.
Okay.
If they do come back up, then they'll
roll to cast and then roll to craft.
Casting 58.
No problem. And then roll to craft.
Crafting 71.
Nice. So it is now. Would it run the length of the ship? Probably pretty close to the length of the ship. And the men are startled and they jump back.
And I shout out, it's a barrier of protection.
Of holiness.
Of holiness.
It's a holy barrier.
Yeah. That's all I got to say.
Thankfully, they're just watching, so no action sort of gets thwarted or, you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's my action. I'll keep guard on this side as well, unless it seems like they're getting overwhelmed on the other side, right?
Right. They do really well in the next round. There are several guys waiting for the crab when it comes up. That last one on the starboard, they jam spears up underneath it and pry it. It fights them for a while. You can tell they're struggling with it. A spear is taken out of somebody's hand, and you can see it just catapult.
Yeah.
And then you hear them cheer. They give a big pull, and you hear them cheer. Everyone sort of takes a breather. Pilot says resume course. The captain says resume course. Much more leisurely, we swing back to north as opposed to east. The captain barks for watch to stand port and starboard. The men begin taking their spears, sliding it up under the bodies of the crabs like a litter.
Yeah.
And they begin hauling them down to the galley.
Okay. Guess I know what we're eating for breakfast. It would suck to be fighting these things with a shellfish allergy. Because let me just tell you, my
snack.
doing real bad.
That's right. So here we are, middle of the night. We don't know exactly what time it is.
Mm-hmm.
We'll have you guys go to bed when we play again.
Okay.
Should
we address my injury now, or we want to do that next time?
Should we do what?
Should we address the injury I have now, or we could?
Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and do that. Someone comes up to you with a bag of gauze and clearly it's the ship's healer.
Mm-hmm.
One of the female sailors comes up and says, I've got pants you can wear until we can get those washed and sewn.
Okay.
And there you go. Hyler crabs, Hyler.
Got it. Hyler.
So everybody sort of retires except for the cleanup crew. They're mopping blood and crab guts off the deck.
Mm-hmm.
There's several injuries among the crew, but they're all minor. A lot of leg cuts, some arm cuts when they had to retrieve a weapon and the crabs got them. They resume course toward Alomar, and I think that's a good place to stop.
Sounds good.
So,
crab rat awarded.
That's right. So, we do need to say that we're not going to be streaming next week, but we'll be.
Sorry about that, y'all. I love traveling so much. Can't get enough of it.
So we are going to be streaming on the 12th, which is a Wednesday, I'm having to assume.
Yes.
So we'll be back in 2 weeks, a week and a half, for that stream. We'll continue their voyage on to Alomar and continue their struggle against Oshekra and his trying to take possession of the lake with the soul prison inside of it. So join us then. And if you think we're doing a good job, don't forget to like and subscribe. If we're doing a great job, hop to Donor Box and send us a little love. I'll tell you somebody who does do a great job, and that is Max on his YouTube channel. And did you just release something? Did I see?
I just released a new video.
I saw it pop up on my thing.
Please go check it out.
So he does
your video game soundtracks.
Yeah, so he does a really great job, and I really enjoy them. Thanks as always to Elliot Dunovitz for their terrific character art that we use for Brise, and one day we'll have Mara's art up there if Karen will get off her line. And hopefully Karen will be joining us in 2 weeks as well. Unless she has a 2-week-long migraine, then that will be no good. She's already married to a migraine. She doesn't need another. And I've written a novel. That's right. I've written a novel called A Shore Too Far. You can find that on Amazon. It's a fantasy novel that I hope you enjoy. Karen would want me to mention her choral group. You can find performances on at contemporarychorale.org. You can donate, buy tickets, and just see what they're generally up to. So thanks, everybody, for watching. Max, why don't you say goodbye to the lovely people?
Yeah, it was a fun, exciting episode. Fun little combat, seaside combat here. Please watch us in a couple weeks, and we'll see you then. Thanks, everybody.